Hey, they said you're live. Okay, how you doing? This is Big Gene from Raw Deal. The last big night, one, two, and three. The Chronicles, one, two, and three. And now we're at cooking and conversation. I'm gonna add another little spice to this. I'm going to call this the Uncle Gene Show. It's a part that I'm gonna put in here outside of the cooking and conversation, and we're going to call it the Uncle Gene Show. Let's see about the chats and everything like that. Some messages, it's not even coming up. Oh, there you go. Hey, I'm glad I got you guys in here. Today's show, I know you saw the title, and the reason I had to tweak it like that because, Rec told me that YouTube would challenge it, you know, but it's the Diddy and the Naked Man Truth slash rapper. Uh, it's a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about before I really get into the story. I was going to cook this salmon croquettes today, this pink salmon croquettes, but to be totally honest with you, the gym kicked my ass today. I got there late, and like I told you, I'm just trying to get back in shape, and I just had a protein shake today. I know I was supposed to eat, but I didn't. I just had a protein shake today, and I even haven't eaten yet. So I'm going to make some tonight dinner for myself. I'll make some lemon pepper chicken, and I'm gonna make those salmon croquettes next week for y'all. I got a mean recipe for salmon croquettes. If you like them, it's pretty good. Um, I want to first give a shout out to a couple of people and thank them for their cash app. That was Karen Sanders, Ivan Riley, Tariq Gordon, Shandir. Shandir, you know I got mad love for you, babe. Appreciate you. Michael G, Nestor Santiago, Christopher White, Doris Silburn, Paul Singleton. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like I say all the time, you taking from your family to show me appreciation, what you like, what I do, and I appreciate that. Then I got a PayPal from um, J J Damage Beats. Thank you. I appreciate that dollar, man. You didn't have to do that, bro. But if that's what you did, I appreciate that too. Alex Lynn, I appreciate you, bro. For keeping me in tune with what's going on and what's happening. Also, want to thank a couple of people, uh, for watching. They say they watch the commercials, and that's what helped me. And I appreciate that. You can always put it on mute, go in the next room, then come back or whatever like that. But when we have the commercials on there, that helped me because I told Rec to make sure that only 6 commercials pop up in this hour time. I'm not, and if you're watching it, it still does me justice. So I appreciate that. Somebody told me, yo, F that, man. The commercials, how you make your money, man. I'm like, listen, man, I want everybody to be happy because I'm not looking for no fans. I'm looking for peers. I'm looking for people that's going to talk to me that, want to know what I know because I don't mind telling you. And there's a couple of things that I want to get straight to you because I really didn't even feel like coming on this today, but I'm going to do it because I promised a couple of people I needed to straighten some things out. One thing was about Mary. I'm going to get to that later. And the other thing is about, I don't know what people are expecting of me. Like before I get into that, let me just get these people out the way. That's I think it's Sassy Sam, Big Money 22, Buck Teasy, Rockwaller Scholar. Thank you, for your, educating me on some things, man. And I really appreciate that. Drew Money, I got love for you too. St. Louis in the house all day long. Chi-Town, my Midwest cities from, Cincinnati, Ohio, Cleveland, all that in the Midwest, all the Mid-South, Memphis, gotta big that up. I gotta big up my, my boroughs, Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan. We do it. I want to give a shout out to Black Women Transformation in Florida, down there I think they're in the Tallahassee. Oh no, in the Tampa area. Yo, if you go on the internet and watch that stuff, man, they got like 400 women, man. I'm talking about they transferring them women into like dime pieces. It's crazy. You understand? Give a big shout out to Brandy down there. She doing her thing. I want to also, tell you about the stories today. I'm gonna give you two stories. You know what I'm saying? One you already heard of, and I want to straighten it out because I know on somebody else's site they said it happened at a certain place, and I think I straightened it out before, but I'm gonna straighten that out. This is not going to be a long show because I'm not cooking today. Like I told you, I'm not under the weather. I'm just beat, because I'm trying to make it happen. I know what I used to be, and I know how I used to be. And every time I go in the gym, I get with one of these young cats. I was with this kid today, Dan, and he was, 26 years old. I'm trying to keep up with him. I'm damn twice his age, and it wasn't happening. What's up, Charlie G, Robuski, Coatley, The Pro, what's up, Z-Zone, E-Zone, Daryl Thomas, Valerie Murray, what's good with you, girl? Yeah, I got your picture, Val. Yeah, I saw you a cutie. Karen Baker, what's good with you, girl? 81 Pretty Boy, 313 Show, what up, D-Dash, M-Dash? Sorry about that. Holy Ghost Rider, Charles Smith. What's up with you, boy? Omega Blue. All right. How y'all doing? So now, let's get into this whole conversation, I want to say one thing too. I want to get a shout out to the Minister Farrakhan. He just became an honorary member of Omega Psi Phi. That was crazy for me, man. And I got a little story that they told me about that, and I just appreciate this man of such honor, to choose our frat, to let us bestow him of being an honorary member. So I really appreciate that. DT, what's going on with you? Dog Pound Racing, Twisted Knowledge, D Money, C Austin. Thank y'all for checking in and everything like that. Now, I wanted to get into this whole thing about the Mary J. Blige, because last week I told a story that Mary told me when we were sitting at the bar in Justin's and everything like that. And like somebody has said, and I could be checked on my shit too. Enlighten, let me get you right, the Enlighten one. And it's another young lady said that, yo, Gene, you should have kept that to yourself. And you're right. I could have kept that to myself, and if you didn't hear about it, I'm not going to repeat it. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to understand this is that, me and Mary wasn't close like that. I used to watch out for Mary when I see her in the club, and she knew I was, Puff bodyguard and the whole 9 yards. And when she was with Kirk Burroughs, I used to watch out for her when she was in different spots because Mary would pop up and she really wouldn't have a security, or she'd have this female lady that was security. You understand? Something like that. So, but I would always watch out for her. But she knew me. She knew me from back in the day, when she used to, when she came from Yonkers. Because y'all think that Puff discovered her and all that shit like that, helped with her career. Jeff Redd is the one who discovered her and brought her to Uptown Records. You know what I'm saying? So you do your homework, you know who Jeff Redd is. He was one of the singers, R&B singers back in the day. And they kind of copied the style because Grand Booba had this other girl he had brought to Uptown Records, and she had that hip hop R&B type of flow like Mary, and they just, they didn't work with her, they worked with Mary on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like he stole the style that she didn't steal it, but Puff took the style that Grand Pooba had for his artists and gave it to Mary. That bebop hip hop style and shit like that. But Grand Pooba, he still did the 411. He wasn't mad at her because Mary was, home girl. She was home slice. You understand? Thank you. We got 560 people up in here. I appreciate that. I guess my like button ain't working, and I guess, because I ain't cooking, I ain't getting no likes. So if y'all want me to stop and start cooking, I could whip up something right quick, if y'all want me to do this pink salmon, I don't have no problem with doing that. But getting back to the Mary story, Mary, she told me that, and I had to say to myself, if I wasn't that close to her, how many other people did she tell that same story to? You understand? But you got to understand the atmosphere of what was happening in the 90s, man. They had niggas like Puff, getting caught with Andre Harrell. Okay? You hear me? Getting caught. You understand? Because what remind me of that, this one dude, I forgot, I got to write these people's names down. He said, my father, he said, my uncle used to be security up there because they was getting a lot of threats and everything like that. And when he said that, I was like, because my boy Bill used to bodyguard Andre Harrell. He's the one also bodyguard Miss Wallace, and he also bodyguard Michael Jackson and Don King. Bill Withers. They did a movie on guarding Neverland. You know what I'm saying? That's my frat brother. I've been knowing him for over 30 years. So the atmosphere of back then, is worse than this Me Too movement because they got the Me Too movement and all this shit like that. They had young boys on their knees in the office, man. You understand, with that fun boy stuff. So my whole thing about it is you have to understand that a lot of these girls, you heard these guys talk about Aaliyah, y'all ain't heard the Beyonce shit yet, your Queen Bee, and I'm not going to get into that because I got enough death threats. You understand? I got enough motherfuckers on my head. But it's a lot of motherfuckers out here, man, the people wasn't doing right by and, doing things to these young girls. You understand? Look at the whole, look how, like, you got these kids that's broke that was making good music, TLC. You know what I'm saying? They was dogging these young kids out here back in the day. That's why you ain't got none of these R&B groups like there was now. It ain't because they couldn't make good music. It's just that they dogged them out their money, did all kind of fun boy sexual acts with them in the whole 9 yards. So, by me speaking on Mary like that, I was trying to tell another story. Puff and Mary was being sued in North Carolina. And me and Puff wasn't having no dealings at the time. We wasn't talking, we wasn't fucking around with each other, nothing like that. But they came to me because of the situation. And the only reason I got involved in the situation was because of Mary. Because she was a part of that lawsuit. See, we had did a show in North Carolina. We had did a show in North Carolina. And God bless the dead, Big, Big had passed in and the whole 9 yards. So Puff was there doing the show and all that. And him, Mace and everything like that. And it was a crowd. We was backstage. And this young white girl, I give her on a scale of 10, about a 6. It wasn't nothing that, a nigga should have been, looking at like that. But it was what it was. So she was like, Mr. Diddy, Puffy, 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 Diddy, just screaming like that. I want to, please, just let me through. And I wouldn't let her go through. I said, no, don't let her come through. So then she had got Puff attention. So then Puff said, yo, Gene, bring her over here. I said, you sure, man? He said, yeah, bring her over here. So then I go get the little white girl and I bring her over to her. And then she throw the paper at him and say, Mr. Combs, you've been served. Yo, she served them niggas that paper. So now, rewind it years later, he ain't answering their subpoenas and everything like that. He trying to claim that he wasn't being served. So I'm out of town. They call me. Somebody get, Ferg get in touch with me. Yo, Gene, yo, Diddy, say Phil Robinson didn't want to talk to you and everything like that. So they want to talk to me to come in here and do a deposition or something like that, or sign some papers and everything about this and tell my story, what I saw. So I wrote it up, what I saw. You know what I'm saying? Little girl came over and they asked me, did I think Puff saw it and everything like that? And I said, I can't tell you if he saw it or not, but I know she put it down there and said, you've been served, and walked away. Let me look at some of this right quick. Nah, Puff ain't never stepped to 50. For what? Why? Yo, thank you, people, for telling them to hit the like button. I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We about to get to this other little fun boy stuff too. You know, you're gonna laugh your ass out. DJ2 Sheezy from Detroit, what's good with you? Lincoln K, what's up? I didn't see that comment about I'll be sure. But anyway, St. Louis in the house all day long. Wellston, Missouri. What's up, Wellston? I wonder if any of my niggas still out in Wellston. Probably not. Drummer from over in England. What's up with you? DJ Drummer from England. Kid Sap. So now, like I said, they was being sued from over there. So now I go into the office and I write up exactly how it happened. You know, the lawyers and them changed that shit. But I kept my copy of what I wrote. And I was waiting for them to, bring us over there to testify against and stuff like that. And they asked me if I wrote that, because I would have told them, no, I didn't write that. This is what I wrote. They put what they wanted to on there. Did you sign it? Yeah, I signed it. Because they was taking so motherfucking long on my time. But this is what I gave them to transcribe. And I still have that copy. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand this too, man. And I'm going to get off into this like this. Is that before I get into these two stories, is that I had to go in front of the FBI. This kid gave my name to the FBI. And when you have to go in front of the FBI, you better know that you better not lie to them motherfuckers about nothing. They don't just ask you about the shit they want to know. They get into your whole personal shit. And you got to be thorough with your shit. They brought that into my life, man. They brought a lot of shit in your life. So when y'all sitting up here telling me, yo, I shouldn't do this to this nigga, I shouldn't do that to this nigga, he'd have kept my motherfucking name out of his mouth and not had his people get my name up. Nigga, I wouldn't be saying, you wouldn't be hearing me say nothing to y'all about none of this shit. You know how, yo, I got shit that's eating in my motherfucking heart, dog, because I know it to be true. And March 9th, you're going to get into the depth of it, because I'm going to go live. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a video, because you motherfuckers is forgetting about shit. I'm going to make a video. Then I'm going to come on live after I let that video run all day. Then I'm going to come on live and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. See, this motherfucker, y'all people coming at me about this clown. But they brought shit into my life, man, that I had to take care of, that I had to do. So, you know my motto. If you don't like what I'm doing, fuck you and feed you beans. And that's real talk. If you don't like what I'm doing, if you don't like me coming out with Diddy, this motherfucker, this some old clown ass nigga, trying to bring down the feds is paying you to bring down a black man and everything like that. You stupid motherfucker. I wish they was paying me. But I'd do it for free for what he did to me. I had to be quiet for a long time. And a lot of shit that I'm talking about that I put out there on the internet is because these kids bless me. The kids bless me for telling me about this YouTube shit. I could have saved my motherfucking money. I could have saved my motherfucking money. I got a fucking documentary just sitting there. MREC got it. He want to put it. Yo, I'll put the nigga, you ain't getting me sued. I've already had the lawyers and the people look at it. Yo, you got to get clearance for this. You got to get clearance for that. You got to get opt-out insurance, all this shit like that. If you not, nigga, I ain't losing my house. I ain't losing the cars I got. You know, I ain't losing nothing over this bullshit.